Welcome back. I changed my mind. In this episode, we're going to trek back to where we were. I haven't gotten there yet because I forgot there were actually like important things on the way. I could just skip them, but then I'd have to come back down here just to see them. Figure we should cover them before we actually go anywhere. So, what are the important things? Well, there's a weird-looking ghost critter. My dreams filled with endless images. Working at a power plant, a cursed life. The assignment we all fear. Worse than the deep factory. Your thoughts disappear, replaced by lives you haven't lived. Lives you won't lead. Lives you might lead. Time disappears. The same day recycled. The same day disappears. My mind broke. A million shards. I can't ascend to heaven without knowing who I am. I just remember my fish tank. So, this guy is one of the most questionable parts of the game. He's a side quest where you have to find his ID card. All you know about him is that he likes his fish. The side quest is completed by finding his key card in an alley next to a random building in the middle of nowhere. And then he says, okay, well, here's the combination to my locker. And then you have to go find his locker, which is inside of a random building in the middle of nowhere. It contains one of the 3 required lockpicking unlocks. Don't know, man. That was not a great design there. Over here, we've got this thing. It's the place beneath this giant glowy thing, and obviously you're like, okay, we gotta go see what this is. Let's go take a look. And there's nothing really on the sides or anything. Nothing really going on. It's a straight shot with a little reward here, and some dead nebula. Get some cold, refreshing drinks. Provocative flower, a sweet seasonal drink popular with kids. Uses flavors from flowers around the island. That's a boring one. Just a door. We can't get in. There's a save point here, but it won't open. And if we come all the way over here, around here, we can see that there are a number of tiny little buildings. And if you come here early, you're going to be like, okay, well, let's look at these buildings. Oh, look. Stuff. More blood bar. Our currency doesn't work. It works as much as anything does. Why is there a limit if it's just blood? If people don't have limits, they start going crazy. The island gets out of balance. I want to see that. No, you don't. We're picking up blood crystals, which are apparently just basically scabs. Mikami's Masterpiece 4, a whiskey made by a master. Responsible for a number of classics, the number 4 is an undisputed masterpiece. Awesome. I like the one that was just a complete failure better. This building's empty. Island Sequence 11. We were around for this one, too. The God Hunters have yet to make their move. We continue to resurrect our gods, timidly. This is wholly unbefitting. By continue to resurrect the gods, they mean they continue to vaguely give it a try. Here it is. The big screw you. Hope your memory is good, because you're going to need to remember that that locker exists, or you can't win. We could go down here onto the beach. I don't particularly want to. That is the edge there. That's all there is for that. You can't get in there. Not now. Maybe never. So we already know who this guy is. His name is Ezra, but he won't listen to us if we tell him. We have to bring him some kind of ID. Look at that. You jerk. How am I supposed to get you? Well, with only a single jump, I'm not 100% sure how easy this is going to be. Oh, quite easy. Look, there's more loot over there. Giant stacks of it. We can see so much loot from right here. Look at this. There's loot, loot, person to talk to, loot, loot. Gosh. So much stuff. Loot. So this is, I believe, an entrance that we're going to need some more unlocks to get through. Yeah. This entrance isn't to anywhere terribly interesting, but it does cut across the island, which can make it a time saver. There's a reason to go through there. There's like plot and stuff, but it's not the entrance to the dead zone or the off-limits place. That is something that is a lot harder to get through. So our goal today is to walk all the way back up to there. That's where we started, the Judges Center. You can tell because of the guy on top and of course that really unusual bridge. But how can we get up there? Here are the factories I was talking about, the storage locations. This area is worth taking a look, but you know what? I think we're going to hold off. I'll grab this crystal because it's right here, and that one because it's right there. Maybe I should do this, but I don't want to. I want to go and get my footbath, rather than just wandering the island. The 8th island sequence was removed from history. So the only thing of note about this place is that this is where you can get one of your upgrades. We are not yet ready to get that upgrade. We don't have the required lockpicking tools. I'm not going to grab anything else. I'm just going to try and find a way back up. Excuse me. This is where you fall. I will grab this. In the unlikely event that that is the number I needed to get the upgrade, that would be neat. Dead Moon, a fruity carbonated drink with added vitamins, sold at a discount to deep factory workers. Nope. Oh well. That is the waterfall that we found our ghost friend around. And here is where you would end up if you accidentally fell off. So in order to get back up there, you've got a couple of choices. One choice is you could walk all the way around the entire world and try and find a way back up. You can technically do that. Another way is to try and figure out how to take an elevator back up. I guess it's a good thing we're recording. Oh, there's Crimson. Hey, Crimson. Why haven't you come to see me yet? You remember my voice, but you don't come and visit? I wanted to, but I have no idea where you are. Come and find me in the sewers. I have a nice little setup there. What are you doing in the sewers? You've been gone for 10 islands. Things change. I'm trading secrets for money. I got things to tell you for a price. I got something for Starlight as well. A nice upgrade. You're gonna need some firmware upgrades to break into all the Nightmare computers. I got one. Yeah, but that's a little bit expensive. We're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait until we've got at least 20 crystals before we visit Crimson Acid, and 20 crystals after we do our upgrading. So we're just kind of wandering around. This is where we started, over there. That's our home. And look at all of this cool stuff. But how do we get back up to the top of our facilities? It's so confusing, right? Well, the truth is we have to go around the other way. This island has some difficult topology, and it's very easy to not understand how to get back up somewhere if you get lost. And this is no exception. I might as well grab you in passing. 21. We restored the heartbeat of Moonlight Petal. She slumbers under Siberia. We must give her more power. Oh, I didn't realize they had, in fact, resurrected anybody. Maybe they have resurrected a few gods. That's a side quest thing that we can't do yet. Are you another? Yeah. See, if we go around this way, we should be able to get to the elevator, which is much, much easier. Right? Or am I hallucinating? Am I misremembering? No, it's this way. Oh, screw you. There's no penalty for dying, but it does put you in kind of a weird place. It's fine. Island Sequence 7. Grand Marshal Akiko subjugates some citizens. It's a bloody time. What is this strange place, this high voltage place? I don't believe we can do anything here until we have the double jump. It's probably possible, but it's going to be trivial once we have the double jump, so there's not really much reason to dick around too much. Oh, maybe I can just do it. It's all well and good. So where are we exactly? Well, there's the building, the giant purple building I was talking about. We want to be right there, so let's just go. I guess we won't get to the elevator today because I fell off and died. It happens. Now be careful, we don't want to fall too far, or we won't be able to access the area. There we go. Right back into it. Jump! There we are. We're back in the Syndicate headquarters. I'm going to take us back in the direction where we started, just so you know where we are. But this whole area is... it's an interesting place in terms of how it's laid out. How would you do it? Murder the council, kill paradise, all that. A gun? You're messed up.
I don't like this.
Whatever. Laters. This area has a lot of unimportant content, and I think that's an interesting choice. Anyway, here's the giant purple building. This is where you go if you want to talk to the architect. But on the route, you can kind of examine these various demons, these various gods. Vile Embrace journeyed across the stars to find new races to vivisect, a carnal god whose followers engage in extreme sex. I think that most of the gods have a statue here. I know one in particular doesn't. The god dying from sadness is a sentient rock that drifted to Earth in the cosmic wake of other gods. A renowned despair philosopher. Talking about all these gods could be quite fun. They're kind of random and interesting in their way. But what I want to talk about in particular is just how chaotic this area is. It's this jumble of layout that doesn't really make much sense to me. I hear something. Where is it? Oh. Red crest. Oh my god, the red crests. They're such a pain in the ass. Oh, more juice. This is one of the situations where you'll run around collecting things exactly like I'm doing now. And you'll reach the end of your collectathon and you'll turn around and you'll realize there are just as many things in the other direction. See, look, I walked past all of this crap. You whispered goodbye to me as you left for the moon. You sent me music you wrote while staring at the earth. This is it. Ah, look at that. You know how I said that the red crystals were a pain in the butt? Yeah, there's one. It's not even the most annoying one, not by far. Anyway, up here is the judges area where we started. Yep, here we are, courthouse. Remember this view? Now, when I was coming out here, I literally never noticed this giant purple building. Amazing. I don't know. I was super focused on where I could travel. And never happened to see it. But where we want to go is the footbath. You can see the footbath from here, but it's a little bit difficult to make out. It's that boy there. So let's go head on over there. There are a couple of different kinds of upgrades in this game, and the footbaths are the most useful. We're a little bit lost. Island Sequence 2, well, an earlier one. A dreadful time. We learn of the demons and the stars, and they come for us. Yeah, when we pray to the alien gods, it turns out that other kinds of aliens also respond. Look, it's our boy, the Silent Goat. The first god humanity had contact with. He gifted his power to the Syndicate while he was being tortured during the Great Betrayal. Ah, poor guy. Oh, one we can actually hack. These nightmare computers can log activity. They're normally set up to see who has passed through the doors. Okay,
the
good.
investigator is here.
So we're here to gather some clues. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, we're supposed to match the visuals. So to do that, we have to figure out which of these matches it. And it's happy enough to tell you. See how it says decoded X amount? And all we need to do now is find goat stuff, goat stuff, goat stuff, goat stuff. Here's another one with horns, but those are not the same horns. Those are bigger horns, like this one. And this one. And then we got some skull stuff. Where's our other skull stuff? There it is. Here we got the same one as the first one. Getting lazy. Don't use the same password twice. And then here we got another goat face. Might as well fill that in while it's fresh in my brain. But we have different horns. Now, that might seem like it was not very interesting or fast because it was one of the very first ones we do, but I think that there was a lot of potential in that kind of game. I would really love to explore that kind of idea in a more complicated way, in a way that is deeper and more layered, as a skill challenge. There's only one route to the council building it, and it involves going through the Syndicate headquarters. If Henry did escape and kill the council, he'd have come through here. Let's see.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Carmelina left early. So did Yuri. Doomjazz didn't leave. How did Doomjazz not leave? Well, he has his own exit, it turns out. Henry hasn't been logged coming through this gate. So sometimes Lady Lovedies will say "Nani the hell," and it always throws me off. What a dumb phrase. It's dumb in the right way, I suppose, but if she said that in person, it would make me cringe just as much. This is the only way he could get into the council building by himself. Is there another route he could have taken? So we've discovered that Mr. Red Herring is in fact a red herring. There's just no way he could have come through this area, so where did he go? The Crying Grudge. The only god we managed to rescue after the Great Betrayal. He's on the island somewhere. Crying Grudge has a major role to play in how the murder happened, and he's hanging out in a giant pyramid out on the sea. We can go visit him with a jet ski. Oh, the first island. Our blessed island plan was formed. Ezekiel forms the council to lead us into new island sequences. Oh, Ezekiel, huh? And we'll talk about him later. It's traditional to donate and let blood in prayer at a temple. Donate blood crystal? Sure. May the silent goat walk with me. Bleh. So the reason we need a whole bunch of blood crystals to go into the graveyard is because there's like 10 of these in the graveyard. Damned Harmony carving. This is the god that screwed us over. A carving about the god Damned Harmony. Escaped to the cosmos as his mountain fortress was besieged in Bosnia. The alabaster citadel was demolished around him as he finished the ritual to escape. He drifted for millennia before latching onto a comet at the outer reaches of our solar system. He drifted again, missing the formation of the Syndicate until the comet drifted closer to Earth. He learned of the Syndicate and deceived Lady Lovedies. Joik! Moonlight Petal, a goddess that's an expert in terraforming, built a labyrinth in a dead star. During the Great Betrayal, she was killed in her endless city in Siberia. Her corpse is buried deep within the Russian catacombs. It's a fairly compelling idea, the kind of imagery it creates. End of the world. Want to know the secret to power? Drink a beer on a hot afternoon. You become invincible. The feeling is like no other. So all of these things we pick up, whether it's a song or whiskey or the meaning of a dead god, all of it is built specifically to be as evocative as possible. And that means it ties itself to some kind of emotional resonance, some kind of thing we can feel. And that's a really important thing to take to heart when you are creating a game. Not every game has to be psychedelic like this, but when you are creating psychedelic games or psychedelic beats in non-psychedelic games, it's all about that emotional connection, that emotional hit. You can't just do it for funsies. I mean, you can, but it's not gonna impact anybody but you. Even if the emotional connection doesn't make much sense, as long as it's evocative, it'll work. An oasis in this tropical heat.
Sure.
The water in paradise is good. My feet feel lighter. Must be the mountain water.
That's strange.
Hey, I do feel a lot lighter on my feet. This is strange.
That's weird.
It feels like I could double jump.
The investigator is here.
These islands are weird. So there are a few major upgrades in this game. This one is the most important by far. I've remapped jump to B. By default it is right trigger, which doesn't make any sense, or right button. But now that we've got double jump, we can reach places much, much easier. The first time I played this game, I actually spent like, I don't know, 10 hours without double jump. And it was really quite a challenge to get to certain places, but I could manage it. Almost every place in the game that can be accessed with double jump can be accessed with single jump. But it is quite a bit of a challenge. Holy crap, me walking over here took 20 minutes because I got distracted by literally everything. So this is it. We're going to go ahead and leave off here. We'll be back tomorrow.